Shalom. And I'll start by saying all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Hakwadash, double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Akim pushing this word in all sincerity, honesty, and the whole full that constantly enduring. Shalom. My name is Korah Allah. Low ones is edifying. Okay, and now I got this from GMS until the elect is sealed, 1873. You can see it there. Okay, it says commercial brain chip. China launches world's first commercial brain chip, beating Elon Musk. Okay, you can watch this elder's whole video. The whole thing is edifying and definitely prophetic news. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to some scriptures and that'll be the lesson. This is Ezekiel's 33 and 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that has a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. Okay, so this is going into 2/3 of our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that just look at this truth as entertainment. Okay, when we out there in the highways and byways, putting our lives on the line for the name of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, and this truth is just entertainment to these people. Okay, that's another reason why 2/3 has to go, and it will go. Right, Ezekiel's 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Right, when what comes to pass? The prophecies. When the prophecies come to pass, okay, the apostles, the bishops, the elders, on down, been out there on the highways and byways, prophesying about the MOTB, the mark of the beast. Okay, telling you what it's that RFID microchip. All right, now here we are approaching the fourth industrial revolution, and what's at the forefront? That chip. Okay, first they had the chip that'll go in your hand, and it'll serve as an ID. It'll serve as a tracking device. It'll have your medical history on it. Okay, and now they have the chip that will go in your head. Amongst those, also it will have the potential to help cure certain injuries and disabilities, such as blindness. Okay, um, and giving people different functions that they lost through maybe an accident or being paralyzed or whatnot. Okay, but nonetheless, that's the MOTB being served up to you simpletons, okay, or to the sheeple, all right, in which 2/3 of our people will take their alpha microchip because um they want to be, what is it, half man, half human, it's like half human, half machine, okay, all right, because they have been feeding into Esau's lies and deceptions, and also the deceptions of our own people. Okay, because you have our people as even Israelites that will agree with taking the chip, that will agree with taking any suspicious um jump shots or whatnot from Esau Edom, and they will push it up among the people. Okay, so as I said, you will know the elect when this truth comes out, and but 2/3 of our people will be deceived. This is 2 Corinthians 11 and 12. It says, "But what I do, that will I do, that may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, they may be found even as we." Right? Because a little more understanding on this is Paul was speaking to the church of Corinth about men that deceive um or so-called apostles Okay, self-proclaimed apostles that deceive the masses to feed their own belly, for filthy lucre, for money, for wealth, for glory. Okay, but it's not for Yahweh while Yahweh shy. It's not sincere. Okay, so the apostle is saying, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, which is going out there on the highways and byways and freely giving, and freely preaching this word. Okay, and the elect is going to take heed to that, but 2/3 is going to fall for the fancy token, the fancy garments, the all right, and all the deceit, all the fluff. Okay, 2/3 love the fluff, love the smooth things. Saint Corinthians 11:13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Yahweh Shai. Okay, and these are the men that put themselves on a pedestal, put themselves on the high horse. Okay, like this dude Bishop Nate, he likes to ride around on a horse. Okay, they put themselves as um the one and only top prophet of Yahweh Shai. Okay, uh, self gratitude, um, self glorifying. Right, these are things you have to watch out for. All right, it says verse 11, verse 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Right, when you see these false prophets, you got to be able to spot them dead on. Okay, you have to try the spirit by the spirit, because they will lie to you. They will have you taking the R4 microchip. They will have you taking jump shots. Okay, they will have you taking the mark of the beast, which is the R4 microchip. Okay, they will have you taking anything that Esau prescribes. When the scriptures say, "Never trust thine enemy." Okay, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into the angel of light. Okay, it's nothing. It's, the spiritual devil Satan does this all the time. Okay, that's why the scriptures say we are not ignorant of Satan devices.
Chinese authorities have greenlit the world's first commercially viable brain computer interface implant, the coin sized device known as Neo. Have we heard Neo before? Oh, yeah, the Matrix. What a coincidence. Anyways, it successfully completed clinical trials and is poised for mass production within China's state run health system, positioning the country ahead of Elon Musk's Neuralink and bringing such technology to patients. Trials involving 36 patients have reportedly shown promising results, paving the way for broader development. Now,
See, now they paint Satan himself has transformed. Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. Okay, now look at Esau, Edom. That's the wicked that the Bible speaks of. All right, but here it is. They want to develop a chip that can heal patients. All right. Now you would think, oh, that's a miracle. It has to be from the Most High, but nay, not so. This is how they deceive the people. Okay, and like the elders going into, these heathens are also trying to be next in rulership. While through the heathens rage and people imagine a vain thing, as the scriptures say. Okay, they want to be next up. Okay, so they want to push their technology. They want to push their nuclear technology and military equipment. They also want to push the their currency as the number one currency. Okay, because that's how you become the next in rulership. But nonetheless, this thing, this MOTB is not just gonna try um it's not just gonna try the people here in the USA. It's gonna try the whole world. Let's get that. Revelations 3:10 says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay? Who kept the word of the Lord's patience? Okay? Or of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh patience, the elected. What's that word? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and following the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, and going out there and warn the people as we have been told, okay, whether it's on the highways and byways as we do weekly, and also by these lessons we put out um, daily or weekly, all right, through the Spirit. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right, the hour of temptation is going into that chip because why is that? You won't be able to buy or sell without it. Okay, you will be excommunicado. All right, you'll be forced to live off the grid, or you'll be forced to fend for yourself in the wilderness somewhere, or on the ground somewhere. Okay, if you saw that movie Demolition Man, right, you had the people that live above ground, and they all had, they had some kind of chip in them. They used the latest technology and whatnot, right? But then you had the people that didn't comply with uh, the new way of life, and they basically lived on the ground by any means necessary. Okay, so it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right, so you're gonna be tempted to take that chip, especially when you have your families involved. Your woman is nagging you. You're about to lose your job. Okay, you can't get any food or whatnot. That temptation is gonna grow stronger and stronger. Okay, and Esau is going to turn up the volume very slowly. Right, that's how he moves. I also accuse you from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Right? So here it is. You might be thinking, or even myself, I'm like, damn, how's Esau gonna get the whole world to take the chip? Okay, but here it is. The Most High is letting it play out. It's not just gonna be Esau. It's gonna be these heathens too. Remember, these heathens all take counsel together on certain things. Okay, and this is definitely one of them. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. It's going to try all the people. Okay, but one thing's for sure, the elect is going to endure. All right, our faith is in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kwakwadash, double honesty apostles, bishops, and elders, grave millstone. Salutations, I can push this word, say in honesty, and there's the full constantly enduring. Shalom.